candy.
I've never seen anyone do
I have
East
before.
in the Middle East before.
Yes. Are we?
I know like West Side. I can't do it, but
Wait, Whitetail, East Side, Mercersburg. That was a ski resort I worked in.
Oh.
Come on, sit down. Therapy dog.
Peanut butter.
Oh.
So sad.
Oh my gosh, he's like a baby.
Literally.
Like he's seriously your child.
So when he comes up, I'm just like,
Yeah, just one
I love when
connection.
He's like, hold my hand, please.
all those pets. Yeah,
I love his eyebrows.
I know his eyebrows are so cute.
You girls can never leave. You girls have to stay with me forever.
Oh.
You're gonna watch this back and be like,
Superstar. Love him.
Good night.
Okay. Alright. Hey everyone. Thanks for letting me come over and just check in and see how everything's going. I know we've been talking about this moment for a couple weeks now. We've been preparing just kind of to end services. So I just wanted to start by just like checking in with each one of you, like how everything's going. Maybe we could start with Nora.
Yeah, so I don't know if my parents told you, but Bridget, she is taking extracurricular tests to basically catch up, so she'll finish the 10th grade, so that's why she's not here. But things have been better. A couple weeks ago, we went to Hershey Park with Dad. Mom has been waking up in the morning and not making us breakfast because we're old enough. I eat a protein shake in the mornings, but being there more and like she's awake when I get home, so that's been better.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, that's really good to hear.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
really-
like it's been good. And Bridget, she might pass the 10th grade, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good news.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, things have been good. I I've been hanging out with my daughters more and spending time with them, and me and the wife are getting along okay, so
Yeah.
we're working on it.
we're working on it. Is that what we decided? Okay.
So yeah, so if you guys could just provide a little bit of clarity on like what working on it means, like what will that look like?
Tell me about that date you guys went on. To the
Okay.
grocery store, remember?
The grocery store?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I think after all this happened, I just really wasn't in a good place. So I did end up seeking some counseling on my own, and I've been getting better, as they said. I've been getting up, stuff like that. So we were kind of talking, and we decided to just kind of go back to when we were younger and what we used to do when we first started dating. And one of our favorite activities was going to the grocery store. So we set a date, and we went to Wegmans here in Mechanicsburg. And our favorite thing was just like going around like the cheese and olive bar and like smelling all the different cheeses and getting different olives. So that way we can make our own charcuterie board, stuff like that.
Okay. Did the girls help you with the charcuterie board?
We did. So when we got home, we came with like different meats and cheeses and stuff like that. We kind of let them help us assemble it, so it could be kind of a family thing. Because I know we talked a while ago about trying to be more of a family unit. But so we just kind of walked around and hung out and really tried to go back to how it was when we were happy.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of things going in a really positive direction. I know, throughout our time together, we've tackled a lot of really difficult things, and I'm thinking like it's just feeling a lot different than it was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so like what do you guys feel like has changed the most? And I just want to revisit, I know when we had initially met, we talked about, your main goal as a family was to get along better. So like what do you think has helped that?
I think one of the main things was Bridget just like going back to school. Her grades were getting better. She's not fighting anymore. She's arguing with us less. Obviously, there's still some arguing. She's a teenager, but there's less arguing. I just think that like has brought the house mood up a little bit. So we've all been kind of like been relaxed and able to talk more and communicate and just really enjoy each other.
That's awesome.
Mom forgot the best news ever. She broke up with that loser that worked at the car wash, and now she's dating the senior football captain. So.
Oh, Bridget is?
Yeah. So I think he's also been good for her.
Yeah, like a more age appropriate. Hey, Brent, I'm sorry, what are you saying? Could you
Ah.
explain it to everyone?
I was just saying that we probably sounded crazy because our idea of a date is sniffing cheese, but
Aw.
that's us. We're so quirky, aren't we, babe?
Yeah, and I mean, hey, whatever you guys are into, and people love different things, and if that's something that's meaningful to
Really
you,
into cheese.
right? And Wegmans has like the craziest variety of cheeses,
They
so if that's what you guys love to do, that's what you love
Call us
to do.
bougie, but we love a good charcuterie board.
Yeah, and I really want to point out, I think it's really, really important that you guys did that, had that time together, and then it's something that Nora and Bridget were able to help you with when you got home. So I think like moving forward, I'm hearing a lot of things that you've done. Like, what are some things that you guys can continue to do? Like, how can you implement, spending time in a meaningful way together? Because what you have going on right now is like, it feels, from what you're sharing, like, it feels so much better.
I think it's really just about like setting plans about what we're gonna do and following through instead of
Okay.
just like someday, sometime we might go to Wegmans.
Right.
We actually like set a date and stuck with it, and our kids hold us accountable too. Like we'll put it on the calendar in the kitchen so that way when they see it they know, and that way they can be like, hey, like, are you excited? They help me pick out what I want to wear. They help me do my hair, my makeup. Try to just kind of like get us excited to go to Wegmans.
And sometimes, like, Wegmans, I don't want you guys to dismiss Wegmans as, like, oh, just a grocery store. Like, let's be real, there's a lot going on in Wegmans. There's a lot of people to be around. It's a huge store. And I know from what you've shared before, like, being around people and being out and about can feel, like, really overwhelming. So I think it is really important that you get out there and you did it and had that exposure. And then your kids are helping you to feel comfortable. And then you guys are spending time together in a way that feels good.
Yeah, I think it helps too because since Nora's like being involved in helping us, or at least helping me like get ready and stuff, she really, her and I are connecting a little bit more, so that's been better. And she's been sleeping a little bit better too, so I think she's just kind of overall more relaxed.
Yep, definitely feeling much better. Dad also, not with Mom, but with Bridget and I, started sharing his calendar with us, so I can like get on my phone and see where he's
Okay.
at. So that way, instead of coming home and asking Mom, where's Dad, I can be like, oh, Dad is here. And
Okay. Well, that's a really creative way just to kind of check in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
And Bridget shares with Dad too, and so do I. But
Okay. So
And-
that's between you, Bridget, and Dad.
Dad's is with us, but
Okay.
we now share ours with both of them since Mom's
Okay.
now. She came to my last chess game
Okay.
and match, and so yeah, we've just been more connected that way.
Okay. Really cool. So, how would you guys, so I know we're talking about really positive things, and again, I just really want to acknowledge, like, I'm really impressed with your progress. It just it feels so different than when I had initially met you all, and you guys really have taken the time and put this work in to get to this place. So that's like really important. But I want to take a step back and just be real. And sometimes things might not always feel this well or feel this good. So like, what would be like indicators that there might be some possible regression, or things might, like if things got difficult, like how would you identify that? How would you share that as a family, and what would you do to address it?
I think Dad being gone more than he is now
Okay.
would kind of be a red flag that he might be hanging out with some people again that he
Okay.
shouldn't be hanging out with, or just kind of like pulling away and not following through with plans and stuff with us.
I think that too. I also think if Mom, I don't know, like obviously everyone likes to sleep in. I don't. I like to get up at 6 prompt. But if Mom would start like Monday through Friday just sleeping, or being sleepy when she gets home, that would definitely be a red flag for me because
Okay.
I'm getting used to having her around
Yeah.
again.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I captured that. So you're saying, for you, Phoebe, like a red flag would be if Brent was like kind of MIA, out more, and then for you, Nora, concern would definitely be if your mom wasn't as active in the mornings or getting up as much.
Yeah.
Okay. And Brent, what would be like a concern or a red flag for you?
I think my wife, not, like, getting up in the morning, like, Nora said, oh, sorry, pulling long shifts, anyway, Bridget's grades slipping again,
I think if she were to start skipping school again, that would be a red
Yeah.
flag for us.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so since we've pointed out the areas that would be concerning for us or be concerning for your family, how would you guys share your worries with one another? So if we could start with Phoebe, like how would you bring up these concerns so your family would know how you're feeling?
I think if it were issues with Brent, just kind of as we were going to bed, because we did start sleeping in the same room again, so we're working on that. Just kind of talk to him and be like, hey, like I noticed that you were gone a little bit longer recently or so and so, like I'm worried that you're starting to do this again, and he might be able to reassure me, or we can just talk about the kids and our concerns with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to agree with my wife.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like you would be pretty comfortable having a conversation with Brent and just bringing that to his attention. And Brent, I heard from you certainly a willingness to talk about that with your wife.
Yeah.
So I guess I would probably feel most comfortable maybe talking with Bridget first,
Okay.
and seeing if she's noticing the same things.
Right, make sure you guys are on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think we would go from there. I'm not sure who we would talk to next, but I'd at least start there.
Okay, so you'd start talking to Bridget. Now, would you feel comfortable approaching your parents, do you believe?
It really just depends on, I guess, who it's about or what it's about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it depends on the situation, but definitely Bridget first.
Okay. And then if you guys had worries or concerns with Bridget, how would that be addressed?
You probably, sit her down and have a conversation about it. She's been doing really good. But, she knows that there are consequences now. Like, if she's not following the rules that we'd want to.
We would take her phone, not let her really go on TikTok, not let her hang out with her friends.
Right.
Okay. I think it is really important just to point out that, things really feel good now, but that could, if the work isn't always being put in, like as you guys know, which you've put in a phenomenal amount of work and energy, but yeah, if that's not maintained, like it could feel pretty difficult again and things could backslide. But what I certainly hear from you all is that you're really aware of that, you have a plan in place, so I really appreciate that. And I want to point out, I want to maybe spend some time like talking about like your biggest takeaways from this group. I want to put out there, I've really appreciated and enjoyed spending time with you all, and you've made so much progress, and it's not typical that we see families make this significant amount of progress.
I mean, I know for me, like, obviously not everything's gonna be perfect. Like, we're still working through our stuff from the infidelity, so that'll be an ongoing battle. We actually decided to go to couples counseling too, just to try to, like, continuously keep working on it and not just have it end with this, because we realize it's not just a 4-week thing. It's gonna be something that we'll need to work over for months, probably. But I think my main takeaway is just the way that he's been with the kids. Like, he's really is like listening to them, hearing them, understanding them more, and really putting an effort with them, which makes me happy. So
Very cool.
My takeaway from this has to just maybe do with Bridget. I'm just really happy about the progress she's made, and I'm happy that Dad now is coming to stuff. And I don't know, I always felt like Dad was there, but I guess I'm happy about everything.
Yeah, it sounds like there's been such a shift in so many aspects of your family. I could just really hear from everyone how well you're feeling and how good it feels for your family to be in this kind of place. And you guys have talked about in the past how things felt really good, and then you guys went through some stuff, and now you're here. So I'm just like really impressed by your resilience.
I feel like we just really owe a huge thanks to every single therapist, all 4 of them that has worked with us,
Yeah.
because they really did an outstanding job and gave us a lot of things to work on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what about you, Brent?
Yeah, I think that like I just learned that, you know, it's important to my girls, all 3 of them, that I'm there for them and I'm present. And you know, like my wife said, we are going to counseling, so I think that we'll continue to work on our stuff. So yeah.
We're just connecting a lot more. Like we're even wearing matching sweaters and we didn't even plan it.
Right. Wow. Yeah, and it's like, it's for me as a therapist, you know, just kind of taking a step back and looking at all of this, like this just feels so genuine and feels so real. And, you know, when I initially had met you all and there were a lot of concerns brought up, you know, sometimes we're never really sure like what kind of direction families are going to go in, and this just really shows your commitment to one another and your willingness to work through it, because now you're in like a really healthy space, and that's something your family should be really proud of.
Yeah.
And do you all know, you know, where you can access additional services if you ever want to re-refer or get involved with services again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I know we can reach out to Bridget School.
Mm-hmm.
And since have been going to my own counselor too, I can always ask them for anything. We are couples counselor, we can talk to them.
Yeah. Those colleagues are, sorry, my phone's buzzing.
I don't know if it stopped filming because of that. That just popped up.
How long have you been?
16 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're good then.
Yeah.
Is it still going?